What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good one. E.A. Buccianeri once said, "Art is in the eye of the beholder, and everyone will have their own interpretation." That is so true. Recently, I was doing a little shopping for the studio and trying to buy things, as you could tell behind me, for the bookshelf and for the walls and stuff like that, different decorations. And I came across this sculpture called "Silence is Golden" by Marco Stazzini. This guy right here. This sculpture, ironically, is called "Silence is Golden," but when I see it, it reminded me of me. It reminded me of how I felt, especially in 2014 when I wanted to end it all. I was silent. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I felt alone. And I was literally, little by little, breaking apart. The person that I knew as me, the person that everyone knew as me, was just falling apart like this statue, all while I was quiet. A lot of things were behind it. Macho men don't talk about their problems, signs of weakness, all that kind of stuff that goes on with it, all the stigmatizing that we throw on ourselves. And like I said, when I was shopping for decorations, I came across this and just blew my mind that it's called "Silence is Golden." And in my eyes, all I picture is silence will kill you. You will deteriorate being quiet. We hear that, people with PTSD suffer in silence. I've heard that forever, and that is so true. We don't want to talk about our problems. Because once again, we feel alone, especially when you kind of try to look at the people that, in my case, that I served with, or maybe, first responders, people that they work with and stuff, and they might not be dealing with their issues the same way that you would expect they are, or the same way you are. And you start feeling alone. You start feeling like something is wrong with me and only me because everyone else is doing fine. And once again, that's where this comes in. This sculpture really caught my eye because it really makes me feel that I know so many people that have making that ultimate decision to end their life, or have unfortunately ended their life because, of an accident or something that involved their way of life, the way they were living. And it's all because they were suffering in silence. So, it really made me think, going back to that quote, "Art is in the eye of the beholder, and everyone will have their own interpretation." It's ironic that this sculpture by Marco Stazzini is called "Silence is Golden," because I don't think it is. I think it's only golden when you want some quiet and peace. But then, even then, when you think everything is all quiet and peaceful, that voice in here starts kicking in. And, that's where I think the dangerous decisions are made, when this voice is kicking in silence, and you're not speaking out about your thoughts, about what you're feeling, about anything. So, I encourage you to seek help. I encourage you to speak with your fellow peers. I encourage you to not stay silent. We need to stop suffering in silence, because at the end of the day, that's only leading us to solitude and being alone. And there's another quote that I've heard before that it says, "No man is an island," and that is very true. We need to step away from that whole thing. that whole mindset of I'm in this by myself. I got to get out of this by myself. Sometimes you're in a hole way too deep where you just can't get out by yourself. You need help. So I want everybody to think about that. Think about that sculpture, like I said. To me, it's not silence is golden. I see somebody that has been quiet for so many years and has broken apart. The person they know, themselves, everything has just broken away, withered away because they suffered in silence. So reach out, ask for help, reach out to your fellow peers that you work with that you feel that have, seen the same things, done the same things you've done. Reach out to your superiors that have been there before. Try to figure out how they're dealing with it. But don't just suffer in silence.